Doing you RFM News for our sponsor, Cartier Jewellery, Toronto Town Square and the Esplanade, Warners Bay.
It's 2 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Georgia Lupton with 2NURFM Hunter News. The Premier has visited disaster-hit areas in the Hunter today to announce further assistance to primary producers. Grants of up to $15,000 will be provided to farmers recovering from damage caused by severe flooding and storms. The assistance will help primary producers to repair or replace equipment, salvage crops, grain, feed, and restore pastures. The New South Wales Government has also allocated $145,000 to the Dungog Community Support Worker Project to provide support for those who experience significant damage and distress. Mike Baird says the grants will provide a leg up to those affected.
Whilst the waters have started to recede, there's still some left and there's still a lot of damage that needs to be dealt with. There is going to be some primary producers that will be assisted. Having gone through the process and looking at the Natural Disaster Relief Fund provisions, we can now confirm that there will be some money that will be provided and it will provide a leg up to those primary producers trying to get back up on their feet.
Meanwhile, Regional Recovery Coordinator Brigadier Darren Norman says following application protocols is important.
It's important that farmers don't self-assess. They don't rule themselves in, they rule themselves out. They go see LLS and work with them to do the process, but don't self-assess.
Police have arrested 3 people following a high-speed pursuit on Saturday. A white Hyundai failed to stop at Wharf Road and the pursuit was initiated only to be stopped a short time later due to safety concerns. The car was spotted again in Wallsend and chased as far as Toronto before, again, police cancelled the pursuit. Sergeant Dave Rose says the K9 unit was then deployed to find the escaped driver and passengers.
The vehicle was eventually located abandoned a short time later near Freeman's Drive at Freeman's Waterhole. Police dog attended the location and found 3 people in bushland nearby. They were arrested and taken to Toronto Police Station.
The emergence of new markets for coal produced in New South Wales has come as an encouraging sign to the Hunter's coal mining industry. New figures show exports across the Asian countries have risen as they make the switch to high-energy, low-ash coal. The demand for coal is expected to double between 2009 and 2035 as energy consumption increases in the developing world. $35 million is to be invested into Belmont's Bell Apartments project. The property development located on the main street is expected to bring more residents and tourists to the area, assisting the town's economy. Lake Macquarie Mayor Jody Harrison says the project is expected to rejuvenate Belmont's main street.
This particular development will have a considerable economic development impact in the area of Belmont. There will be commercial and retail space on the ground floor of the apartment, which will mean that there's ongoing jobs there. Certainly had a lot of good feedback from people saying that it's good to see Belmont going ahead.
In finance, the All Ords is down 24 points at 55.28 and $1 Australian dollar is buying 77.19 US cents.
Sport for our sponsor, NewcastleCheapestCars.com.au.
Joey Leilua has officially been released from his contract with the Newcastle Knights, looking to replace the young centre. Injury and form issues in the Knights forward pack has seen them struggling this season, but with Leilua's departure from the club, Newcastle can strengthen their ranks for the remainder of the season. Prop David Shillington is speculated to be making the move from Canberra to Newcastle, while the Raiders are favourites to sign Leilua once he's released. The Newcastle North Stars have lost in a shootout for the 3rd time in the Australian Ice Hockey League this season. Leading 5-3 with a minute to go, Newcastle conceded 2 goals to the Perth Thunder, forcing a shootout before eventually slumping into the 5th loss of the year. They bounced back, however, belting the Sydney Ice Dogs 9-2 in their game yesterday. And the Australian Supermoto Championship has attracted 20,000 fans over the weekend. Wharf Road and Foreshore Park became a hybrid dirt and racetrack for the weekend, with the British Supermoto Championship, Chris Hodgson claiming top honours, while Novocastrian Danny Ham won the over 35s class. That's sport. I'm Annabelle Regan.
2NURFM news time is 2:04.